Hello crafters, and welcome to day 5. We are going to create this ornament made from a wood slice. And so we'll gather our supplies and get started on creating this beautiful ornament. First off, we're going to stamp our sentiment, and I will show you how to create the shape with our hexagon punch. You can see that this shape up here is not the same as what's on this ornament. So let me show you a little trick on how you can get more bang for your buck. So I've got a basic white, and this is 1 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. Now I've got it this long, that way I can slide it around inside my punch. I've got Real Red ink, and we are using Tidings of Comfort and Joy from the Christmas Classic stamp set. Okay, and so there's some really great sentiments. They've got the scripts, they've got the block letters. So this is just a really great set to have all sorts of greetings for the holiday season. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna stamp this on our basic white, and we're just gonna stamp it in the middle, and we wanna kinda center it between the top and the bottom. Okay, it doesn't have to be exact, but somewhere there in the middle. Again, Michelle is awesome, Michelle is awesome, Michelle is awesome, right? And it looks like a good stamp. Okay, so let's close this up because now we are done with our stamping. Now we're going to use our punch. So we'll open it up and turn it over. What we're gonna do is we're going to center that. And what we're gonna do, you just kind of slightly hold down and just eyeball to see that it's centered in the punch, okay? So let's see. About there looks pretty good. And there we have our rounded rectangle. Now we're going to die cut our piece out here that's in the middle. So for this, I'm using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and we're using the Christmas Classics dies. So the stamp set and the dies do come as a bundle. I have a piece of 3 1/2 by 5 1/2 shaded spruce cardstock. So I'm gonna set that down. Now, just a little trick, if you put this die a little catty corner, it's gonna fit on there really nicely. If you try to keep it straight on, it does not fit. So put that catty corner, and it's gonna go right through this little machine. And we just have a few pieces that we need to punch out of the die. It came out very well out of that die. So just punch those few pieces out. You can see that they come out very easily. If they're not coming out easily, you're going to want to grab your, take your pick tool with the die brush, and you can brush those right out. So now we've got both of these pieces. Now what we're going to do is we're going to color our iridescent pearls, okay? And what I have is the dark cherry cobbler, and I'm going to use the blunt end to color. And on our sample here, we have, it looks like 8 of the larger pearls and then 2 of the smaller pearls. To color these, all you need to do is just color around. And even I like to go around while it's still stuck to the paper, just to get it all the way around. And then by using these alcohol markers, it's gonna dry rather quickly. But then, I don't know if you can see this, but you also get that sheen from the iridescence on these pearls. It really is quite beautiful once you get finished with it. And you can make these pearls any color you want, so with your alcohol markers. So it's a really great way to utilize all of your items and all of your tools and create all sorts of different projects and embellishments with just a few tools. Okay, so we've got 5. I need 3 more. And then we'll get 2 little ones. And I always use the blunt end because that doesn't get as damaged there trying to color around on embellishments as the other end. And also, I know I used Real Red ink, and I'm using the dark cherry cobbler on these rhinestones. But what I found when I tried the Real Red dark, it looked kind of pink, and I wanted it to match the ink color and really kind of look like a berry. So this is what I used, and it worked really well. So, you know, try out your different colors with different types of embellishments, and you can get different shades. Now we're ready to start assembling our ornament. So this is the wood slice, and I got this from Amazon. And what I like to use is the multi liquid glue, and I'm going to put this in the center part here. The liquid glue really seems to work well on these ornaments. Now I want to position it. Here's the hole for our string, so it's going to hang that way. I'm going to position these so that I can still fit a ribbon through there. And it's okay if it falls off the wood ornament, okay? So the other thing too is you can adjust with this liquid glue a little easier, okay? All right, now we're going to use dimensionals and adhere our sentiment. Now that we have our sentiment adhered, now we can add our berries. Okay, so we're going to add that to the die cut wherever it looks like there's a berry. Okay, so I've got these bigger pearls onto the bigger berries. And then we'll put a smaller one closer up to the sentiment there. So there's that little one right there. And then we'll do that to the other side, the top side. And put these on here as well. I hope you can see how well that iridescence comes through on these. Oops, I lost my glue part there. Now this one, I lost a little bit of adhesive, but that's okay. We can use our Tombow to add just a touch of glue, and then we can add this right on top of it. So if you ever have some embellishments where you lose the adhesive off the back, this is the easy way to get that put back on. Now the last part we're going to do is we're going to thread in some ribbon. So this is the white iridescent, and we're just going to thread it front to back. And sometimes you do need your take your pick tool or some scissors to kind of get that poke through there to get that started, going through that little hole. If you want to, and if you've got the capability and you want to widen that hole with a drill or something like that, that's perfectly acceptable also. You can see I get little fuzzies out. Okay, so in however long you want to make that, that's completely up to you. So I start off by leaving these untied, and then I can tie them around the tree. So I'm just going to snip the end off. And then what we will do to make sure it's secure at the bottom here, or actually at the top of the ornament, the bottom of the ribbon, we're going to actually tie a bow around there. Okay, so you can make that bow however big or small that you want. And we'll just scoot that down here. That just kind of secures that part of it to the ornament. When you get your bow like you want it, just snip the end. And now we are finished with day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas. Stay tuned for day 6. Bye.